Cliff wants to start. We have a short, like, 2-minute segment for each speaker. That's like really extensive, but you want to start us off? We'd like to someone stand up and state their name, grade. Well, in this case, teacher.
I'm a teacher. Prohibiting people from obtaining a same-sex marriage license from the state violates the 14th Amendment of the Constitution, equality under the law. Literally, it violates the Constitution, but more importantly, it violates the defining principle of the spirit of America, and that is equality. The issue really isn't an issue once a clear distinction is made. It's all over how people muddy up marriage with a marriage license. A marriage, quote, and a marriage license from the state are entirely different. A marriage, as most of you believe, I'll bet, is a spiritual union between a couple. It comes with feelings and symbolism and a deep commitment of emotions. The marriage license, and you may view that differently, and you're free to do that, because that's another thing about America, is we have freedom. You can believe in a marriage any way you want to. But a marriage license, a contract from the state, is an entirely different thing. It has no emotions, it has no feeling, it symbolizes absolutely nothing. No contract from America can symbolize anything or have any feelings or emotion with it. All contracts or else what would that be? If the government issued told you what your feelings and emotion and spirituality had to be. That would certainly violate the Constitution. A marriage license in the state of California basically amounts to a community property license. That's all it is. It's a cold, sterile contract with no symbolism or emotions bound to it in the contract. You can see it however you want to. That's freedom. But it can't be in the contract. No government contract can come with emotions attached to it. Now, in many states, you can get a hunting license. Again, that's a cold, sterile contract. But in many states, sure, you can put symbolism into it and believe it in a rite of passage for a young boy. But that is not in the contract, and it cannot be. In this state, many of you view a driver's license as an act of responsibility. But with that contract came no symbolic meaning of responsibility. There's cold terms and stipulations that bound you to the rule of the road. A marriage is not the marriage contract. A marriage is anything you want to believe it to be. But the marriage contract from the state is just a cold, sterile contract. If you violate one group of people from not obtaining it, then you are not practicing equality, end of story. And you are violating equality under the law, 14th Amendment. End of story. No exceptions. And there cannot be any good reason for violating the Constitution. When you violate a right, there cannot be any reasons. They're absolute, no matter what your good reason is.
Try and keep the claps lower, but for a short amount of time. Give them like one loud speaker and then be quiet. Who wants to speak out against that?
Point taken, Mr. Kliss. But the fact is that marriage is a religious institution that was founded by religion. Now, if maybe through some odds, religion were to accept, homosexuality as an appropriate, way of marriage, maybe we could legalize it then, but the fact is that it infringes on the rights of the religious. That's just how I see it.
What's up, Avi?
Actually, some religions, including the Protestant Church, just ordained their first gay minister, and some religions have begun to accept homosexuality in them. And as Mr. Kliss said, homosexuality is borderline unconstitutional. So, just wanted to say that.
My name is Byung, and I'm a junior. Now, to say that the Constitution is asking for equality. First of all, you have to realize that whereas this Constitution is a federal document, marriage is generally a state institution. That's why gay marriage is being legalized per state and not per the whole government. Also, you have to realize that civil unions do give equal rights. This is a Title V to say that, yes, we are married, not to say that we have a license, a contract in which we are united under. Also, are we not giving equality to religious institutions? For example, back when interracial marriages were legalized, an interracial couple sued a church because they would not marry the interracial couple because they said it was against their religion. What happened? The church lost its tax immunity and eventually went bankrupt. Just like every church will if they lose their tax immunity. These churches are going to be losing their money, they're going to be losing their members, and they're eventually going to go bankrupt and lose their land as a result of legalizing gay marriage under this institution. People will be sued for this, and it's wrong to not give equal rights to the religious people as well as homosexuals.
Points, but I just want to let you know that if gay marriage was to be legalized, we're not forcing straight people to go get married to the same sex. Just because it's legalized, it doesn't mean you have to do it. It just gives the people that are homosexuals or LGBT the option to be happy and do what they love. Like, why would you take that away from someone? That's my point.
Yeah, I wasn't saying that straight people are going to be forced to marry each other. I was going to say that religious institutions with who condone heterosexuality but not homosexuality are going to be forced to marry these people. Then if I were a pastor, I'd be forced to oversee the marriage rituals and ceremony in that state, or I'd lose my tax immunity and go bankrupt.
Hi, my name's Will. I'm a freshman, and I am pro-gay marriage. Yes. The fact of the matter is that if you're against gay marriage and you think that gay people can't get married, then you are an intolerant, homophobic, and just completely closed-minded person who obviously enjoys talking out of your ass. Okay? To say that religion has been... Okay, to say that marriage is a religious institution is completely stupid. Alright, the only reason that marriage has ever been a religious institution is because for hundreds of years the church was the government. Okay, and what happened in those hundreds of years? The scientific, what's it called? Depression. Okay, the Catholic Church specifically has done more evil to the world than any other organization or establishment ever, okay? So to say that gay marriage should be illegal because that specific institution said it should be is stupid.
Hi guys, my name is Aram Thaggard. I'm going to have to say that I am not for the institution of gay marriage. And I'm not homophobic, I'm not ignorant, I do enjoy talking out of my ass, sorry. But I say this, okay? This is a very, very, very big issue. This issue is literally dividing our country. Right now, 47% of the polled population of America believes that gay marriage should not be legalized. 43% believe believe that it should be legalized. I say, currently at the moment, we have bigger issues, bigger economic issues. So where do I draw my argument from? The fact that the Founding Fathers did define a marriage as between a man and a woman. And that is the only reason why I stand against the institution of gay marriage.
I'm Alyssa and I'm a junior. And getting rid of the opportunity for one to get married is taking away more than people may realize. People who get sick and who are terminally ill, a lot of the times they can't see their partner while they're in the hospital because they're not legally married. They may be together for years, but they can't see each other because of that specific reason. There's way more, but I don't want to go into detail about that. But and also, homosexuals tend to be religious as well. So you're saying to support the religious people, well, homosexuals are religious too.
Sorry. Okay. Hey, I'm Taylor and I'm a senior. And I am against legalizing gay marriage because I do not believe that, I know that there are a lot of religions that don't support that and just people who don't support it in general. So I don't believe that we should have to use our tax money to support this because if we allow gay couples to get married, then they're going to be entitled to the typical benefits of marriage, such as claiming tax exemption from their spouse or receiving social security payments from a deceased spouse. So that's greatly going to increase our income taxes, our social security payments, our medical insurance premiums, and I don't think that that's right. It was estimated that in order to allow same-sex marriage, that would increase mandatory spending by $596. And we're already in enough debt, so I do not believe that that is fair to those people who don't support it. I just want to give a bright
My name's Kiera McKinley, and I'm a senior, sorry. But what I'd like to say is my mom, she is a proud lesbian woman who is married. Into this is money. Is that really what you want to think life is about? Yes, we are in debt, but what the thing is, we're here for a reason. We're here to be happy, we're here to live a life, we're here to learn something, and what we should take from this is that all we're doing right now is judging other people based on what they believe and who they love.
Hi, I'm Joe, I'm a junior. I have nothing against gays. I believe they should have the same rights. But marriage, to me, seems exactly more religious. I believe there's something like a partnership, and if you could, upgrade those rights and make it equal to marriage, but not necessarily marriage. Marriage, to me, seems religious. You are married because you want a safe haven to procreate. It involves religion, it involves the church. What I believe Byung mentioned was you can get sued if, let's say, the priest doesn't want to marry them. Well, that's true. They can go to the justice of the peace and get married. But not everyone sees things the same way. It can lead to lawsuits and everything. And again, it's marriage. I believe it is religion and should stay in religion. And it should be a separation of church and state anyway. So it makes more sense to me that way.
Hi, I'm Caresse. I'm a senior. I understand what you're saying, how you see marriage as a religious thing, and again, it's been viewed as a religious thing, but marriage has this kind of social stigma of it being, like, to see, I guess what I'm trying to say is, basically, homosexuals are allowed to get domestic partnerships and civil unions, but that isn't, it's not the same equal rights as you get if, like, you were to get, an actual marriage. So, speaking, from a homosexual perspective, I don't want to be walking down the street and have my partner with me and say, oh, hey, this is the person I'm in a civil union with. No, I want to say, this is the person I'm marrying. This is the person that I am married to, not this is the person I have a domestic partnership with. So all really that homosexuals want is to be able to go and say, hey, this is my wife, this is my husband, not my domestic partner, not my, civil union partner.